welcome to something I have never done before. I guess you can kind of call this an unboxing. It technically is, but it's not cases and skins. But as you guys probably know, I'm a big Counter-Strike fan. I feel like I've said that a lot. But usually the kind of videos for CS:GO I upload is like I guess like montagey, like highlight clips from teams at major tournaments, and like my own competitive matches and some tips and trick videos. But I haven't done any of those in a while. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I've done lots of highlight video stuff from major tournaments, and one was taking place during this weekend and Cluj-Napoca. And pretty much it ended earlier today. I guess spoilers, but Envy won. That's it. I had to think about that for a second. Team Envious won. During major tournaments, you can always buy stickers of the teams and of since the last major, you've been able to buy signature stickers in game of all the players competing. And they usually do like a big sale on the sticker capsules or the packets near the end. It's usually after the event, but this time it was one day, like on the final day, so there's that. And so I've got 10 capsules here from in different teams. These are not all the teams, might I add, because there are 16 teams that compete, but I only bought 10. One reason because I don't really want any of the signatures from some of the teams. If that makes sense. You know, I'm not trying to be rude, but you know, some players I don't really want. But all of these packets here, there's at least one player one, so I picked these 10. And also, you know, I'm a cheap fuck. Even though these go on sale for like 75% off and they're like 16p, but you know, I'm made of money, even though it's little money. But anyways, let's get into this. This is the first time I'm doing this, so this will be kind of interesting. I don't know how I'll do this, but we'll get along with it. So, let us start off with Liquid, I guess. Team Liquid. The first time they've attended the major as a team and as a organization. Adren used to be on Iberpower, but he stepped down due to his job, pretty much. Then came back about a year after in Denial, I think it was. Blah blah blah. And that team eventually got picked up by Liquid. And early this year, they weren't doing that good. But after they kicked Flowsick pretty much and added Hiko, they've been doing really well, and they've actually qualified for the major this time. They actually did really good this major. They almost surprised VP. And who was the other team? And another big team, which they... Fnatic, was it? Another big team, I forgot. But anyways, yeah. Cool. Let's open capsule. Who will get? I guess Hiko. Nitro is a pretty good player. We will get Fugly, not bad. I guess Fugly is more of an unknown player outside of NA, probably. A lot of people say he's the most consistent player, where he's the kind of guy that gets the consistent 1 or 2 frags every round. Let's do NIP, Ninjas in Pyjamas. A legendary team and organization, used to be completely dominant at the start of CS:GO in 2013 to early 2014, let's say. Was famous for keeping their roster the same for a long ass time until Fifth Laren retired from the team after they won ESL1 Cologne 2015. Yeah, I think. Or was it 14? 14, I think it was. And then they added Maikalele, who you might know in Gamers 2 or G2 or Kingwin. But then after a few months they kicked him again because of inexperience, and then they picked up Alu, the Finnish sniper, who's probably the best player in Finland. So yeah, that's NIP. Been going through a slump lately, but they impressed a lot in this tournament. Taking out TSM in the quarterfinals. What a match that was. But let's see what we'll get. Exist, the in-game leader, right? Yeah, in-game leader. They usually switch up the in-game leader quite a bit. It used to be, well, Exist is the main one, but then they switched to Get Right for a bit. Then apparently Freiburg was calling, I think it was. But yeah, Exist, cool, not bad, not bad. Exist is always a good player. He was really stepping up in terms of frags when Get Right had taken over the in-game leading roles. But next, Team Envy. the champions of this major. Apex and Kenny as the newest additions to the team, but this is the first time they've won. So congrats to them, and let's see who we'll get. Obviously, you're going for Kenny, yes, but we will get NBK Nubuk. NBK is a real veteran of the game, can say. Used to be in Very Games. Pretty much like most of the players in Envy and Titan were parts of the Very Games lineup, which were really dominant in the early stage of CSGO with NIP. They were like the main rivals. That was the real El Clasico, they used to call it. Anyways, Fnatic was the best team in the world by far for the past year, I wanna say. I don't remember. For a long ass time, Olaf Meister here, Olaf M. Best player in the world. The team currently went through a slump as well. It's debatable to say whether Olaf Meister or Device is the best player in the world right now. Three-time major champion, 2-time major champions with this current lineup. They had a real shocker this tournament. So, losing to Luminosity, so they got the second seed out of the group stage, and then so they were faced up with Envy in the quarterfinals, which led, obviously, Fnatic to be knocked out and Envy to winning. So, let's see who we'll get. Pretty much all these players are pretty cool. Well, really good. Olafmeister, not bad. Not bad at all. You know, good. I like him. I like Olafmeister. He's a really big personality. Now, G2. When G2 was first announced as Kingwin, there was a lot of hype around them. Obviously, not with this exact lineup right here, because they had Scream and Skytten. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's proper Swedish. Skytten. After a while of them playing as a team, I became a real fan of them. I don't really have a team I properly support in Counter-Strike, but Kingwin was the first major team which I really supported. Out of all the teams, this team is probably the one I'm most attached to, but it's not like I'm like a hardcore fanboy kind of thing. I still look at all teams the same. I still respect all teams. I still like all teams. I don't hate any teams, but I guess with this team in particular, I don't know, it just really it was a really exciting project because it was the first big international team where they tried out mashing together all 5 aim heavy stars in one team and see how it worked out, and it's been going really well so far, reaching the semi-finals, knocking out VP in the quarterfinals. Wow, they really stepped up, especially Jacob or Jakeem, the newest addition, after Scream left for Titan, so that's been amazing. And Fox has been stepping up big time. So, let's see what we'll get. I don't mind any, really. Like I said, oh, Michaelele was the anchor keeping them in this game. He was so pivotal during the quarterfinals, pretty much, where the amount of clutches he made to keep his team in the game was unbelievable. Really, that was crazy. Now we go to Cloud9, considered the best team in NA, or American team, you can say, because I guess Luminosity is kind of counted as NA as well. But okay, best American team, let's say. To be honest, really disappointing this tournament. We had 2 other American teams in the tournament, not including Luminosity, which was CLG and Liquid. CLG probably did the best in terms of achievement. Not achievement, but most impressive, I guess, this tournament. And Liquid was a real surprise. Actually, maybe not. Maybe CLG and Liquid might be tied, actually, because Liquid did really well. I don't remember if CLG won any matches. I don't remember, but they both did good. They didn't do bad. But Cloud9, you know, being considered the best team in NA and once again failing to get out of the group stages and really putting up a poor performance in the group stage is really quite sad, to be honest. So that's a shame. They have really good stars like Shroud and Skadoodle. That's a real shame. Skadoodle was actually on Iber Power with a Dren previously, and a sad story about poor Skadoodle here is that there's been 7 majors in Counter-Strike or CSGO history so far, major tournaments, and Skadoodle has attended 6 of them. One of them he didn't attend because he wasn't in a team, because his ex-teammates got banned from throwing matches. We'll not talk about that. But anyways, and out of all those 6 times Skadoodle has attended a major tournament, he has never gotten out of the group stages. Not a single time. And he is probably the best player in America. I guess him and Shroud are, you know, considered. It's debatable, but definitely the best AWPer in, actually maybe not definitely, JDM has been stepping up a lot, but like a really solid player, and he has never made out of the group stage, which is really, you know, I feel for him, I really do. He really deserves a chance. I feel he really can't shine, especially in, you know, like the best of 1 group stages, but I guess there was the best of 3 consolidation match, I think it's called. You know, like the match to see who gets 2nd seed, which I guess there was, but it's not like a proper quarterfinal kind of atmosphere. But anyways, Cloud9, let's see. I guess Scooter and Shroud will be the favorites here, but I don't mind oh, we're going to Shroud. Shroud, now, I really like Shroud's signature. That's freaking sick. His aim is fucking crazy. If you're looking to find players with like amazing aim, Shroud is one of the top players for that. He streams a lot, so you know, if you catch his streams, his stream channel is Eclipse, I'm pretty sure. Crazy player, crazy player. Right, Virtus Pro major championship team, winning EMS1 Katowice in 2014. The second ever major in CSGO history. And actually, a fun fact, Virtus Pro is the only team to have attended every single major with this exact same lineup. Ain't that a fact? This lineup is stuck together through thick and thin, and they've been a real powerhouses from Poland. Ever since the major that they won, I guess, they've been going up and down, and they are a top 5 team in the world. In the quarterfinals, we really expected them to obviously get through to the semi-finals as they were faced against G2. And since G2 is still, you know, it's still fairly new, especially since adding Jakim or Jacob, and VP having this solid core lineup of players, they should have amazing chemistry with each other, and they've got the experience as a team, knowing what the stakes are, what it's like, how to perform in these kind of big match situations. They didn't prevail against G2, which was a huge upset. As you can see, or as you can tell, there's been a lot of upsets this tournament around the quarterfinal area, so it's been crazy. One hell of a tournament. I guess, you know, Pasha Biceps is the biggest figure in VP, a really known figure in the community, streams, and he's got a big fan following, so a Pasha signature wouldn't be bad. That'll probably be worth a lot, but probably my favorite player in VP is Snacks. Oh, we will get Pasha right next to Snacks as well. Pasha, awesome. So yeah, like I was saying, Snacks is probably my favorite player in VP. He's an insane player. He has really good game sense. What I mean by game sense is that, like, how he should play around depending on the situation. He really methodically thinks about what he should do and takes the best course of action. And he's probably, in my opinion, is the smartest CSGO player right now. Like, he is insanely talented on what he should do, and especially on cash. If you watch any VP matches, if you watch Snacks, the amount of clutches he does and the amount of like smart ass plays he makes, he's like such a pivotal player in VP or Virtus Pro that he is true anchor to the team, like Michael Hyleo was for G2 during the quarterfinals against VP actually. So yeah, unfortunately, not only Snacks didn't really do well, or like, not doing well, like, I'm not saying he didn't do well, like, he was like, only got 1 kill in the whole match or something like that, but like, the team itself really didn't like, hit that startup, you know. VP are probably like famously known as the Virtus Plow, but that never really came into effect. TSM, or Team Solarmid, the Danish team, considered the best team in the world right now actually. As you can see, Device, who is also considered the best player in the world, is in the team. Many people expected TSM to win this major, but the only reason why they are considered is because they've actually never won a major tournament. That's why many people expected them to win this time, especially since the rise in form that they've been having over the past few months has been just skyrocketing. But what happens? They get knocked out by NIP in the quarterfinals. Yeah, quarterfinals. NIP in the quarterfinals? This team that has been going through a major slump, that's been rumored to have roster changes at the end of the year, beats the considered best team in the world with the considered best player in the world? That is probably one of the biggest upsets this tournament, along with the G2 VP match. I don't think anyone could have predicted this. TSM losing to NIP, and they got not really crushed, but they got knocked out 2-0, right? 2-0, I'm pretty sure. They were wiped. They were used as a tissue paper, wiping fucking their asses. They got demolished. Cajun B he's a player I really admire, along with Device and Jupiter, of course. Karrigan, an in-game leader, a really strong one in terms of firing power, along with Happy, you could say, in Envy. Ziplix is a really solid bomb site holder, you can say, for CT sides. He's been getting a lot of criticism lately of like his performances, but I feel like he's a really solid support player, and he is insane on Inferno holding down the bomb site. He's crazy good. Lots of highlight reels of him on Inferno. So let's see who we'll get from TSM. Like I said, I don't really mind any. We'll get Dupree. Dupree is really good. You know, the double D combo, Device and Dupree. Awesome. Dupree. Cool. Now, Mouse Sports. The German team, but not 100% German. They have a Nico, a player that they've had in as a substitute role for a while. I'm pretty sure that they communicate in English because Nico doesn't speak German. It used to be a German lineup until they kicked Spiddy and they added Nico because they were going through a slump. Like any team does. Nico is an insane talent. He is a player that can single-handedly carry his team over the finish line against top-level teams. His aim is crazy good. He's a pure skill, a pure talent. He's a crazy good player. So as you expect, the player I'm looking to get in this capsule opening, or packet opening, is Nico. Next is probably the best player in Germany, so he wouldn't be bad. Same with Chris J, who was a really good AWPer. He used to be considered an onliner because on LAN he would really not perform, but that hasn't been an issue for quite a while now, so yeah, that's that. But looking for Nico, he has a really sick signature as well. But oh, we will get Nico! Damn, the luck! Wow. Look at that. I really like that he had the O and Nico as a crosshair, as like a scope crosshair. That's sick. I actually got Nico, the player I wanted. I've actually got a lot of players which I wanted. And finally, Titan, the second best French team behind Envy. As you can see, they have Scream, which transferred over to Titan after leaving Kinguin or G2. On paper, the lineup is a strong team. Scream, Shock, Smiths. Them three are really talented players. Shocks and Smiths used to be in Envy, but then they got swapped out for Kenny S and Apex, who used to be in Titan as well. So basically they just swapped two players around, and then they recently added Scream after they kicked Maniac. So on paper they should be a really talented squad, but they never seem to be able to perform in major tournaments. Kind of like sad Skadoodle story. I'm pretty sure Titan as an organization has never made it out of the group stages, which is the real shame. Like, after having Shock, Smiths and Scream into the mix, it's pretty much the old Very Games lineup, which was dominating early in the early stages of CS:GO when I was talking about it earlier with NIP. But the only difference is that RPK instead of NBK. Oh, look how that fits and works out. So, like, you know, even history says that this should be a pretty good team, but once again, they were not able to prevail, and it's a real shame. I guess the signatures I'm really looking for, really want is Shocks. Shocks is an insane player. I really think he's good, but like his attitude towards competitive CS, I guess, is that because he feels that he'd rather play in a team with friends than be in a team and win with people in this team who aren't friends with him, if that makes sense. You know, like, he's saying that he'd rather be in a team with friends than win tournaments and majors with people he's not really close friends with. It's not even like his teammates are like enemies, it's just like regular friends. He's saying that he'd rather be in teams with like best friends than be on champion major winning teams. That's one of the reasons why he left Envy, was because Smiths was actually going to get kicked from Envy, but because Shooks is like best friends with Smiths, he decided to leave as well. I don't know about that. He is a real talent, but I don't know, it feels like he's really thrown it away, it kind of feels like. But he's still a young guy, he's got many years to come, and he's a real legend, so hoping for Shocks. I guess Scream would be pretty cool as well, but Shocks Existence is not bad. I actually really like Existence's signature. That is freaking sick. Considered, I've been using the word considered a lot, one of or the best in-game leaders in CSGO. The amounts of pretty much all the teams he's been on, they have come out with some success. No matter what lineup he has, he's always able to put up results against pretty, like high-class teams. So his in-game leader is really like famous. I guess in terms of fragging, it's not like a big deal like Happy or Karrigan, but that's not the whole point. CSGO is a team-based game, and it's not about stats, it's about putting up those rounds against teams and winning matches. And Existence is a really pivotal play in his teams because his in-game lead really does deliver. So, that was that. Let's see who we got. So, we have gotten... Okay, never mind Kenny S and Olaf before because I unboxed those earlier. So, we got Fugly from Liquid. Pretty good. I guess the player I would have wanted was Nitro or Hiko. Those are the players I like. But he's not bad. Fugly isn't bad. NIP, I guess Get Right or Forest would have been an ideal one, but I got Exist. That's not bad either. But okay, I'm just gonna say now, all the players I got, I'm not like hating. I'm not like, oh fuck. But there's obviously players I would have liked more than them, is what I'm saying. NBK, NBK's alright. I actually really like NBK. I think he's a really cool guy, actually. Like in terms of like outside the game as well, like from like interviews and stuff. He's a really like cool guy, chill guy. Streams a bit. Yeah, I like him. But I guess probably Kenny S, But I got Kenny S here, so it doesn't really matter. Fnatic, I guess all of them would have probably been the one I wanted the most. So got him. So that's awesome. G2, I pretty much like all the players, but maybe... No, actually, I probably would have liked Michael the most. Or maybe Rain. I really like Rain as well. But yeah, that's a win right there. Cloud9, Shroud, Shroud or Scooter was the one I wanted the most and I got that, so that's awesome. VP, I wanted Pasha or Snacks the most, so I got that. TSM was Device and Dupree. I wouldn't have minded KJB either, but Device and Dupree was like the two big main ones I wanted, so got that. Mousesports was Nico, got that. Titan was Shocks or Scream, I guess, but that's not bad. Like I said, great in-game leader. But yeah, that was that. This video is probably quite long because I actually went over a brief history of the team, so I don't know if you guys like that or not. I just feel like that's something I wanted to say because, as you can probably tell, CSGO is something I'm pretty passionate about and just wanted to add that little, extra info, I guess, to this video. So if you liked it, hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I might do some more of these in future. I don't know. The only reason I did do this was because they were on sale, like I said, and I was gonna open a bunch of signatures anyway. Like you can see, I already opened Kenny S and Overmeister. But I was like, might as well make a video out of it. So I've done that. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, see you guys for whatever video I make next. Peace.